everybody knows me. My name is Greg Kazimierzak, Vice President of Marketing for EPDM Coatings. We are a specialty roof coating manufacturer. We manufacture the only liquid butyl rubber in the world. So if your home or your business's roof needs a roof product, give us a call. We're happy to help you. I've been in the industry, the internet marketing industry, for about 26 years now. The whole concept of web trafficking is an industry unto itself. We're never going to get through anywhere near touching the surface with this. But what I do want to do is leave you with some valuable information, some resources. Many of them are free. On how you can track your visitors, what they're doing in your website. I should say more importantly, but how many of them are coming to the shopping cart, putting items in their cart? How many are coming to the shopping cart and not putting items in? Ultimately, how many are converting? What's the dollar value on that customer when they convert? But before I do that, I want to share two slides, some summary information from 2022 that just recently came out in January. What are your top traffic sources? No surprise to me, search was number one. Affiliate marketing, banner ads, social, and email. And what I mean by social is not necessarily people just coming from Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or LinkedIn, but within LinkedIn and Facebook, the actual banner ads that companies are spending to get people to come into websites as well. Those were both counted in that. 93% of all consumer shopping starts with a search engine. What I thought was kind of fascinating was 94% of those searches did not come from what's called pay-per-click. They came from organic. So I want to spend some time and give the distinction because I think it's really important. Search engine optimization is really a skill set. Before I came working for EPDM Coatings, I had my own internet marketing company. We had 3 designated individuals that did nothing but search engine optimization. It's a very fluid, dynamic environment because the search engines change from month to month, and you will not know when they change. They have what's called an algorithm, and that algorithm, I like to call it a housekeeper. And the housekeeper visits all the websites, and he or she will go through and see how clean your website is from a technological standpoint. And if your little website fits the bill of what the algorithm is looking for, they're going to reward you. And based upon the keyword that you enter in Google, your search engine result will appear on the first page if you have a clean house. And if you don't have a clean house and you're not abiding by Google's requirements, you might be on page 5, you might be on page 105, in which case you'll never be seen. A pay-per-click is a little different. That is basically a pay to play. You go to Google or Bing, which is Yahoo's platform, you sign up for an account, give your credit card number, and Google would be more than happy to provide you a list of all the keywords they think will best serve your audience. Google will also be kind enough to give you the particular bid amount they think you should be bidding on to get to that position. You can also choose your own keywords if Google didn't come up with some particular keywords, and you can change those bids if you want. The search engine results here, I just happened to put in RV roof coating. You will see the first 2, RV Armor and RV Roof Magic. RV Roof Magic is one of the products that we sell. That's our listing. If you were at home right now and you clicked on RV Roof Coating and clicked on that ad, you would cost us $2.10. Now, what we want to know is if 100 people today clicked on RV Roof Coating, how many of those people actually completed a sale? We don't mind spending marketing dollars. We mind spending marketing dollars when nobody converts to a customer. Number 3, the Amazon listing, you will not see the ad next to it. That's an organic listing. That means that Google's search engine rewarded Amazon. So if you were to click on that ad, whatever page appears, there's something on that page that Google says, you know what? This is good information, not just for you as your company, but this is good information for our people searching. So we're going to reward you, Amazon. We're going to put that listing high. Some shopping behaviors for 2022. The average person was on an e-commerce site for just over 2 minutes. Average conversion rate for customers between 2.5 and 3. Now, what is considered a conversion? Well, that all depends on the kind of company that you have. We're an e-commerce company. So for us, if somebody comes to their website, they go to the shopping cart, they complete a product, they give us some credit card information, they hit submit, we get a sale. That's conversion for us. You might be an investment counselor and next month you're sending out an email for everybody to get a white paper on what stocks to choose in 2023. As soon as you get somebody submits that email into your server, that's considered a conversion for you. You might be a subscription service, you're signing up and you want registrations for a trade show. Well, that's considered a conversion for you. 58% of people who went to a website did not complete their order because we did not offer them free shipping. 88% of people, if they didn't like your website, are not going to come back to your website. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take bullet point 3 and 4 and put into a real life scenario so you can see the significance of this from a financial standpoint. So what's the cost of a bad online experience? Let's say we had 58% of people who decided not to purchase because we didn't offer free shipping on their website, right? Let's say we're selling Colombian coffee. We have the best Colombian coffee. It's aged for 18 months. We put a little, whiskey in the blend, and it's terrific, and everybody loves it. Okay, so we didn't offer free shipping, so we lost 58% of the customers that came to our website. So 5,000 visitors came to our website. That means we have no information about 2,900 people that came to our website. They're gone. Let's further add something to this. Let's say we're running a big Google pay-per-click campaign. And the average cost, let's say we have 150 keywords in that campaign. Colombian coffee, good coffee, wake up to coffee, best coffee in the world. But the average cost per click is $2.50. Well, we just spent $7,250 in marketing dollars for 2,900 people we will never know about. If we don't have this information, over the course of the year, we would have spent close to $90,000 of our company's money. What's even more disconcerting is that there's no word of mouth. So if you're shopping on a website and you had a good experience, what are you going to do? You're going to tell your neighbor. You know what? I went to this company called RV Roof Magic. They had a really good product. I tried it out. It was fantastic. They followed up with a thank you email afterwards. They even followed up 2 weeks later with an email saying, did you do the installation? How did it go? If you had any questions, please send us some before and after pictures. We'd like to send you a gift card. Really great company. The verse of that is, I went to this company called RV Roof Magic, couldn't understand their website. I went to their technical page. I got an error message on the website. I went to complete an order. They wouldn't accept my credit card. They told me I had to call them even though their website's broken. Well, you're going to tell your neighbor, don't ever go to RV Roof Magic because the website's horrible. So you might be saying, Greg, okay, well, no, this is Shelton, Connecticut. I don't have a big budget. I'm never going to get 5,000 visitors to my website. Okay, fine. So let's say you're a small retailer in Shelton and you only get 500 visitors to your website. 58% again decided not to place an order because we didn't offer them free shipping. So we had 290 visitors that we lost, we know nothing about. Same scenario, we're running a pay-per-click campaign. Let's say we're not at $2.50. Let's say we're at half of that. We spend $1.25 per click. That's $362 a month we lost in our small business here in Shelton, Connecticut. We know nothing about the 290 visitors that left our website. And if we don't know this information over the course of the year, we would have spent almost $4,500 of our own money. So if you're a one-man show or your business has 3 or 4 employees, $4,300 over the course of the year is a pretty hefty amount of money to lose. So why is knowing about our customers so important? Well, first, we want to know the source of where our customers are coming from. And more importantly, for me, I want to know the quality of those sources. We have probably 125 different sources of traffic that come to our website. There's probably about 35 that we get excited about. Let's say that we manufacture fishing lures, and there are 10 really good fishing magazines out there. And they all have websites, and we have a banner ad on each of those 10 fishing related websites. At the end of the month, I want to know how many of those 10 fishing websites are producing not just traffic, but producing sales to our website. So if I know that 2 of the websites are producing 50% of the sales, and 3 websites aren't producing any sales. What am I gonna do? We have 10 websites.
More ads on those websites.
We're gonna put more ads on those websites, and the 3 that aren't producing anything, I'm gonna say thank you very much, but you guys aren't just our demographic, or whatever the case might be, it's just not working out. Maybe they don't have enough traffic to their website, but we're still paying them $700 every single month for a static banner ad that's not producing any clicks. Who are our customers? What are the demographic makeup? Age, gender, what are their interests? I'm going to show you a little bit about Google Analytics. They will tell you what the interests are of the visitors visiting our website. You know, are they RV enthusiasts? Are they campers? Are over the age of 55? Are they retired? We do a fair amount of research on who our customer is, and we find that in certain months we get a lot of traffic from Florida, which a lot of the snowbirds come down to Florida with their RVs. We can pinpoint it by zip codes, literally, and we can target those zip codes with our Google AdWords. So if you have the information, which is paramount, you have the information, now you need to know what to do with it. That's the hardest thing to do. That's where all these resources come in, because they will show you what you can do with that information to make intelligent business decisions. Talk a little bit about funnel analysis. We have 10,000 people that come to our website. And over the course of the month of January, people are coming in, they're looking at our videos, they're looking at our photos. They'll go to our technical page, they'll print out one of our brochures. And ultimately, when you get towards the bottom, hopefully they're gonna get to the order form and they're gonna place an order with us. Like I said, I used to work for I used to own a web marketing company, and I was just surprised sometimes the clients that we had, and they had the engine and they had the caboose, but they had absolutely no idea what happened to those 10,000 visitors. They had 10,000 visitors here. They know they made $12,000 in revenue, and that was all they knew. With web marketing, with your whole visitors, it gives you some opportunity to play around and test some things. One of the things that we like doing is A/B split analysis. You have not a website, but an actual landing page. Let's just call it a one-page website, where, let's go back to the fishing lure. We just came out with this new exotic fishing lure. It glows in the dark, it dances, it does everything, it's fantastic, and we want to tell everybody about it. So we put together a landing page, have a nice big starburst that says introductory special, $19.95, free shipping. And we throw that out there, and we wait till we get 10,000 visitors. And then we see what the conversion is on those 10,000 visitors. We get whatever, 1,500 orders, and we made this amount of money in profit. Then we take another landing page, we take off the starburst, we don't give free shipping, but we drop the price 25%. And maybe we add some new color or new background to it. And we go out and push 10,000 visitors to that page and see what that conversion is. And we measure the differences. And at that point, we can determine whether or not we're going to go with A or B, or what we do is we go with C. We'll look at number C. We'll do something that is basically a weighted average of both of those creatives, and we'll test C, and then we determine if B is better or C, and that's the one we'll go out with. Now, obviously, we test on a smaller scale. We'll test like 300 or 400 before we go out with something, but it gives us the opportunity for what I just think is fascinating. That's real-time data. That's real-time information. The internet's the only thing that can give you real-time information. You can set up a campaign. You can set up a test at 9 o'clock in the morning, click go, and literally watch your visitors and what they're doing through your website. And you can make an intelligent decision that's based on data, it's based on sales, it's based on how much profit margin you're making on each particular product. Maybe you're not making maybe you're only making a 10% profit margin on one product, but you're making a 30% profit margin on another product. If you can track that source, you're going to push more advertising, or you're going to want to get more visitors into that product where you're getting a higher profit margin. And a lot of these times, depending upon the marketing sources that you're at, you can change this stuff like literally. It's just fascinating for me anyway. And again, ability to organize your website pages. You can track how long people are on certain pages of your website. You can track what pages they're dropping off of, which allows you the opportunity to change that page. Maybe there's something wrong with it. Maybe it's too confusing. Maybe there's not enough information. And again, you can track all this stuff. Now, obviously, you're not gonna make changes on your page in one day, but over the course of a 30-day period, you can see what percent of people are falling off. You know, if there's a difference between 5% of 10 people and 5% of 10,000 people, where you can make an intelligent decision and make some changes in your website. So some of the tools to track. Number one, Google Analytics. That's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. I'm sure you're very familiar with it. It's free, fairly simple to install. There are numerous videos on YouTube that will show you how to do it. But essentially you create an account and there's a particular snippet of code that you put on your pages that will allow Google to disseminate that information and pass it back into their server. And then they do some pretty fancy stuff on the back end that identifies more specific characteristics of that data, including geographic data, age, interest, right down to the city, language. And depending upon what you sell or what services you offer, some of this information is really important to you when you create your marketing campaigns. Dollar value. I will show you this later. I will go into our Google Analytics account momentarily, but I will show you how within Google Analytics, you can literally set up monetary amounts. So you can determine not just where the traffic is coming from, but how much money you're generating by each of those traffic sources. We sell gallon containers, 5-gallon containers, we sell caulk, we sell seam sealer, and all those product categories are listed and summarized in real time where we can see what we're selling. Yeah, it's just like I said before, demographics, age. If your website is not optimized for mobile or tablets, you're doing yourself an injustice. There are some people that will go to some of these template-made website companies online where you can put together a website for $399. And unfortunately, your website might look great on a computer, but when you go to put it on a mobile device or a tablet, it's all discombobulated and formatted wrong. So you want to make sure that your website is viewed properly for mobile, because there's a question I'm going to ask you, and the person who gets closest gets a copy of my book. In 2002, what percentage of retail sales came from mobile devices?
2002?
Sorry, 2022, sorry. Who's ever closer to the percentage gets a copy of the book. So think about it, we'll talk about it at the end of the presentation, but final analysis we talked about.
I saw that statistics.
And again, Google Analytics will allow you to source back where your original data came from. We have numerous sources. We have paid advertising sources. We have banner ads. We have what's called affiliate relationships, where we will have banner ads on camping type of websites, social media websites. We do a fair amount of content articles that we write for blogs and forums. And we see refers coming from the blogs and forums. How long they visit our site, again, what they're doing on the site, what pages they're going to. And what I will do here. So this is Google Analytics, okay? And this is for a particular date range, and it gives us a summary of visitors that we've had during that time frame. Of those visitors, different languages that they spoke here on the right. Let's see if I know you're awake this morning yet. This shows us in real time how many visitors are on our website. So right now, one of our websites, there's no visitors on. Once visitors are on our website, it will show you the actual locations where they are, the traffic sources that they came from. This shows us of those 3,543 users, the source of that traffic. So I talked earlier about paid search and search engine optimization. 58% of the people came in from paid search. So one thing that we want to do now is we will look throughout the course of the week at how much that actually cost us. And we will know of those 2,588 people, how many people actually converted to a sale and the value of all those customers. If that value is higher than what we paid for the search cost, plus our operating expenses, we're at a profit. If it's not, we need to go back and look at the search terms because we can break down those 2,588 people. That might represent 10 keywords, it might represent 150 keywords that they clicked on. So we can identify what keywords produced the conversion, what keywords were just wasted money for our company. Organic search is search engine optimization. That means somebody typed in RV roof repair, they got the search engine results, and they clicked on something that did not have that little picture of the ad next to it. We talk about refers. If we click on refers, and I'll expand this to do 250. All right, this is an example of some of the refers. EPDM Coatings is one of our other websites. There is a link on our website on EPDM Coatings. If you have an RV, click here. So 96% of the people were interested somehow in an RV, or maybe they were interested in roof coating and they knew nothing about the fact that we had RV Roof Magic, but they typed in roof coatings. They got to EPDM Coatings and saw that we had an RV product, and now they're on RV Roof Magic. IRV2 is a website that we have a banner ad on. RVonline.com is a website we have a banner on. Liquidroof.com is another website of ours, and you can go on and on and on. And if you were to increase the date range to say maybe a month, you could really start to look at this data and make some real good decisions based upon the flow of the traffic and, more importantly, the money that's generated from each of these sources. Here are some of the site referrals. You'll see we do have some social media in here. Let's take a look real quick at some of the behaviors. All right, so where'd it go? There we go. All right, so this gives you an interesting story of what the customer is doing, what the flow of the customer is as they're going through the website. These are all of our page numbers. It talks about how long they're on each of these pages, what exit pages they leave from. Remember, I talked about the fact that, well, maybe they got to a page and it was a technical page, maybe it was too technical, and 60 or 70% of the people drop. Well, you know, let's say that this represented that page. Okay, there's a 75.6% drop off. Well, we would look at that page and say, okay, well, we need to make some changes. We make the changes, we wait another 30 days, and we see that that number changes from 75% to 22%. Again, there's so much data in Google Analytics that sometimes it can be overwhelming. We don't use it all. It's impossible for us to use it all. But there is low-hanging fruit here that you can really, really look at your business and make some real intelligent decisions about, hey, am I missing something? Am I on the right track? Is my marketing dollar going to where it should be? Or am I really spending money and, wow, why did I not know this earlier? Let's see what else I can show you here real quick. Audience demographics. Okay, we talked about demographics. Okay, for this particular sampling, 70% were female, 29% were male. One of the things we thought was very interesting is that on average, the female does the searches for an RV roof coating. It's not the male. Almost all of our advertising, our website that we advertise on, it's always 50% or more that a female is doing the search. Age breakout. All right. And again, you know, we are able to hone in on revenue. If we wanted to, we could add a code that determines who spends based upon the age of that customer. You can, you can break out the age by male and female. So let's say we're running a campaign in Florida. And after 30 days, we can go in and say, okay, well, within these cities of Florida, within the age of 55 or more, tell me how many women bought our product versus males. We can get that granular. You just need to set this up and you need somebody to be able to interpolate the data. It's one thing to have the data. The hard part is sitting down, analyzing the data and being able to make decisions. I know from companies I worked for before, we had data, everybody has the data, but you just need to use it. You need to know how to use it. And then most importantly, once you have that data, how do you make a decision? How do you change your business operation based upon that data? That's the most critical component of all this. Let's see here. Okay, so there's 2 people on the website right now. You got one person in Houston and one person in Eugene. Eugene what? California? Oregon, thank you. All right. So let's look a little bit about these guys. All right, so they're all in the United States. Traffic sources. Okay, both people came from Google pay-per-click. So both people paid money, they clicked on some term and they got to our website. All right, we could go on and on with this. I don't want to belabor that, but that just gives you a little taste of what Google Analytics can do. Let's see here. So some other items, we have tracking pixels. Tracking pixels are a particular piece of code that we use specifically for our affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing real quick. So let's go back to the fishing lure. You have a fishing lure product and you go to an affiliate network. An affiliate network is a company that has hundreds and hundreds of websites that want to make money off their website. So they're looking for banner ads, they're looking for products to advertise on their website. So you go into this network and you push your offer. You push your offer up and say, hey, we're a fishing lure company. We're going to give you $1.10 for every time somebody clicks on our banner ad that you have on your website. Or we're going to give you 10% of the entire shopping cart value. That's a cost per acquisition or cost per sale model. So now we give this network our pixel. And they put that pixel on their thank you page. And when that pixel fires, or when it basically communicates to the server, all parties involved know that a sale transacted or that a click occurred. And now that publisher, that network, or that advertiser has to pay, and that publisher gets his money from the advertiser. Very valuable affiliate networks.
It's one of the major income sources on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is somebody mentions a camera, mentions what equipment I use, and then there's what they call affiliate links at the bottom.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. And just with this chat software or this chat website, if you go to YouTube, there's literally 35 or 40 YouTube videos at the very front page. And there's only 3 that are tutorials. Everybody else is how to make money off of it. And there's like 1 million and 2 million views on these YouTube videos. Everybody's into this. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as get rich quick. You got to put the time in. It doesn't exist. Heat map tools. Fascinating. You take a website page and you want to put a special up that says click here for free shipping, or click here to watch the video. This software will actually report back on what people are clicking on, how they're moving on your website, which is a great way to test new items on your information, test new videos. Let's say you have a brand new instructional video on how to properly cast your line to get this really big bass fish with this new fishing lure we came up with. Well, if we do, if we have 10,000 visitors to the website and 1,000 people clicked on the video, but they only watched 5 seconds of the video, well, I think we need a new video on our website. If they watch the entire video, what will we do at the end of the video? If they took the time to watch a 10-minute video, as a marketer, what would you do at the end of the video?
Make sure you have a call to action at the end.
Right. 10% off coupon code. 24 hour, make it a call to action, make it what sort of expiration type situation. Call it the next 24 hours, get free shipping. Hey, what percent of people drop off after an order form of free shipping? So you can play with this stuff. A/B split testing, we already covered that. This is another website, similarweb.com. I put RV Roof Magic in there where it shows you, it gives you a trend of your total visitors, how it changed from month to month. Bounce rate basically is number of people who left your website before ordering a product, or before a call to action, or before, however you want to set the parameter, that's a bounce rate. And how many page views per visit? What was the average page view per visit before they left earlier? How many pages? 2.5? Okay, so we average 5.4, well, 5.5, which that's really, really good. All right, so we sell a roofing product, okay? September, October, November, you see that our visitor status has gone down significantly. We turn all of our advertising off in the winter. Why?
Nobody climbs the roof in the winter.
Nobody puts a liquid roofing product on the roof in the winter, right? So we focus on strategical states in the United States, California, Texas, Florida, the Gulf area, where we know people can still apply product. Our organic search, however, we will still continue to work that throughout the winter months, and we will pay to get that work done, because if you stop organic search optimization, you will stop your rankings. Search engine optimization is a continual methodical process year round. This I'm not going to go over. I'm going to leave this with you. You guys have my email address. I can send you the PowerPoint presentation, but I suggest you look at the number one. This gentleman on YouTube is phenomenal with his teaching methods on Google Analytics. In July, they're coming out with G4, which is E4, which is Google Analytics 4. It's a new platform. He's got a 2-hour video on that. Let's see here. Usertesting.com. This is really cool. This is the software that actually it does this. You will actually see people while you are sitting down at the table on your website, watching what they're doing, and the software looks at their eyeball movement to see where they're going on the page, and it automatically reports that information, which is kind of fascinating. And these are some additional sites you can use to track not just your traffic, but you can put in your competitors' information. You can find out what kind of traffic they're getting, what kind of keywords that your competitors are using to get traffic to their website, and you can compare that against the keywords that you're currently using. And that's pretty much it. Yep, Google Analytics is free.
Okay.
One thing I didn't show you with Google Analytics is within Google Analytics, you can also, in the same platform, log into your Google AdWords campaign. So Google AdWords is where you're paying money to be at the top of the search engine listing. So you can see not only the behavior and the sources of your organic traffic, but you can look at the sources and the behavior and the demographics of your pay-per-click traffic. And depending upon certain variables, you will find differences in the quality of your traffic coming from organic versus pay-per-click. I mean, I know there's a lot to digest, but I just wanted to have you guys walk away saying, you know, wow, this thing is really big. There's a lot of resources out there. You know, maybe I should get my arms wrapped around some of this stuff. There's another point I wanted to make. Well, when you start using some of this, I know it's going to be overwhelming. Take it in small little steps and have some success with just tracking a something small about your website, something small about the data, and watch it over the course of a few weeks. And you're going to start to get excited. You're going to start to go back to that information and reference that information. You want to compare that information. And once you get a foundation of that, then explore more of the tools, more of the advanced features. Because if you go into this and you get a Google Analytics account set up and start clicking on stuff, you know, depending upon your personality, it can be very overwhelming. And I don't want you guys to give up because, like I said, it is a phenomenal tool. It's great at guiding your business. It tells you such an unbelievable amount of information that you would have never known about your visitor. I mean, a person's on your website, we know nothing about them, absolutely nothing. And just to be able to gain information about when they came to your website, when they bought your product. I mean, we haven't even talked about day part analysis. We do studies of the time of day that customers are buying. And, you know, we find sometimes, especially over the summer, that around lunchtime, we get a nice little lift in our visitors. So we push coupons to our customers during the lunchtime program. You know, something so simple, you would have never known that. You know, you're sleeping and there's 400 people on your computer. You wake up in the morning, you know what these guys did. That's phenomenal. You know what they did. You know where they were at. You know where they came from. You know that they clicked on that banner ad on Outdoor Life. You know you made $500 from Outdoor Life and your banner ad cost you $250. Well, you're gonna call the publisher at Outdoor Life and say, hey, you got an email list? We want to test your 20,000 subscribers. Or you know what? We want to do a promotion. We want to give 550 of our lures away for free. How can we accommodate that? And you build a relationship with the publisher. And I guarantee you, you can negotiate the rates for your banner ads, or, you know, you pay for 10 months, you get 12 for free. But you're building this really successful foundation of knowing where your quality traffic is coming from. And more importantly, you know what your quarterly budget is, you know how much you can spend on it, you know how many sales you're supposed to generate. This software, this computer is telling you how much you're generating, what profit you're generating. So now you can forecast for your next quarter because you know your base from your first quarter, your second quarter. It's just really interesting information. It's really, really a good tool.